I thought, what a great way to introduce myself to booktube than doing all the books I read last month. So I read 16 books in February. I know it's a lot. School didn't start until the 24th, so that's why I read that much. Sometimes I just got bored and skim read like the ending. You'll see the last book I read last month. So let's just get into it. The first book I read, surprisingly, was The Throne of Glass, and I annotated it. This has been on my shelves for so long. Not this copy, I have like the OG hardback covers that I got like in 2019, and I've only read it this year. So I read Throne of Glass. I really enjoyed it. I rated it 4 stars. I really did enjoy it. Like, how did I not know this was like a trial book, like they're fighting and trying to win the competition? I would have picked this up sooner if I knew this. I mean, I did try to read it like in 2019, and I think I just blanked on the fact that it's like Hunger Games but cooler. The second book I read in February was Bride by Hazelwood. This book actually came out in February, so yeah, it was on my TBR when it was announced last year, so I was very excited for this release because you just have to tell me vampire and werewolf romance and I'm like, okay, yeah, I want that. I want to read that. I did not know this was a megaverse, by the way. Like, that like completely went over my head, and I was like, when I saw that part, I was like, excuse me, since when? I rated this 3 stars, but to be fair, I was like not completely paying attention, so I'm probably gonna reread it, and I'll probably rate it higher when I reread it. Really cute cover though. So 3 stars for Bride. The third, fourth, fifth books I read last month was a series. I read the Salacious Players Club series by what's her name? Sara Cate. It's like a series. Each book has a different couple, sex club. They both all are like a part of the sex club, whatever. The first book, Praise, is about her ex-boyfriend's dad, and her ex-boyfriend's such an asshole, so she falls in love with his dad because she interns for him. Something is like so weird. That was my favorite, I think, in the series. I gave it 4 stars. The second book, Eyes on Me, this was a bit different. This is like a voyeur romance. He likes to watch, she likes to be watched. I gave it 3 stars. It also has like step-brother, step-sibling vibes, which were a bit weird because he knew her when she was a child, but they didn't really see each other that often, so I guess. I gave that 3 stars, if I didn't say that already, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? Okay, the third book in the series is called Give Me More. Yeah, it's a polyamorous romance. I don't really like polyamorous books or male, female books, which this one is. I did give this book a 3 star. It's like about a married couple, and they live with the dude's best friend and like connected, and they like really love each other, but his best friend is bisexual and he's been in love with him forever, and he got married and stuff, so one time he wants to watch his best friend with his wife. I didn't read the whole series. I read a few. I just picked books from the synopsises. The next book in the series I read was Highest Bidder. I think this is the last in the series. This is like typical. This is like extreme age gap. I think he's like in his 50s or something, and she's like in her 20s. Yeah, like big age gap romance. He's rich. She's a waiter. Stuff like that. Whatever number we're on now. Book I read was Crown of Midnight. Yeah, okay. I can't believe I picked this up. I think I was reading this whilst I was reading the Salacious Club just to have like a breather between like fantasy, not that this is high fantasy, but fantasy and like something lighter, I guess. I gave this 5 stars. I like this way better than Plane of Glass, I think, because, you know, we get to know the characters more, the plot thickens, we learn more about the world. We get some good romance and some good heartbreak in this book and some jaw-dropping moments. So I really like this. So I am currently reading Air of Fire, so we'll see if that is on my March wrap up, okay? After that, I read 3 books by Jescie Hall. I read Hawke. I saw someone read it and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. So I read Hawke by Jescie Hall. I rated it 4 stars. It's like man moves in because they are good people, so they allow him to move into their place, but it is technically his place. Her relationship is in trouble, very weird, and then they fall in love with each other. Yeah, so that's basically Hawke. It's really good. I did like it. So after that, I read The Canary Cowards. It was interesting. I really liked it. I gave it 3 stars. It's about a physical therapist and a football player, I think. It is a sports romance. The football player gets hurt and wants to and she's like the best physical therapist ever, and all her clients got like right back to the level they were, and he's like, I need that because my mom needs to see me play because she's dying or something. So they fall in love, they travel together. Some autism rep, I think the main character's brother has autism, and they live together, and it's like really cute, and he's like he wants to be a race car driver, and it's really cute how the title plays in, and I just loved it actually. Then I read That Sick Love. Okay, I just need you to hold up right now. Okay, I read that. Okay, how can I not read the Cat and Mouse Duet? I was like, I can't read that, but I read this. This is a, how can you say cheap knockoff that it does not sound bad? Because it is a cheap knockoff of the Cat and Mouse Duet by H.D. Carlton. It is. It's a stalker romance. It's like very, very culty, very religious-y stuff. Very triggering stuff. Very weird. I don't like, okay, enemies to lovers I love, but this was like, how are you still beating each other with fists and you're supposed to love each other? I don't know, but I gave it 3 stars. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, don't judge me. After that, it only makes sense that I read the Cat and Mouse Duet because everyone's saying this man is a cheap version of Zaid. So I'm like, okay, you know, That Sick Love was okay. Maybe the Cat and Mouse Duet's like where it wanted to be. So I read the Cat and Mouse Duet. I gave the series 2 stars. There's like the first book, obviously stalker romance. Zaid. There were some dubious situations in these books. Okay, I was like, excuse me, what the fuck is going on? The second book, we're just getting captive with sex trafficking now. I don't know what is going on. So I gave the book series 3 stars. Also, I don't like my couples fighting at the end of the books. You're supposed to protect each other, not... I don't like the thing where it says, I'm the only one that can hurt her. No, please don't hurt her. You have to cry when you see her cry. Okay, that's my standards, okay? So I don't really like enemies to lovers where the enemies are still enemies but in love at the end. Like, I read the Banker series by Penelope Scott. Now, Penelope Scott is one of my favorite authors ever. I think I've read all her books, and I just haven't read the Banker series, and I'm just like, you know what, no, I need to read this. So I read the Banker series, mostly because my other book that I wanted to read wasn't available for some reason, so I just went through my library and found this book that I'd never ever read, and I'm glad I picked it up because it was so good. I think I rated the series like 4 stars. It's like, I'm saying like a lot. Am I showing my age by saying like a lot? This story follows, this is dual POV, if I remember correctly. It follows a female character that has to infiltrate one of the richest men ever. She needs to gain his trust so that she can take him and exchange him for her father that a rival gang has taken and said, listen to me, we need this man and then you can get your father back. So she stalks him for a while. They meet, they like become obsessed with each other. He finds out that she's been lying to him and stuff happens. This was really like, now this is the dark romance that I like, okay? This is the dark romance I like. And in Penelope Sky's books, the female girl usually gets beat in the face and the man feels really bad about it, and I really like that for some reason. It's probably trauma related. So the last book I read this last month, it's kind of funny, okay? I was like on a high coming down from the Banker series. I was like, okay, I need more mafia romance, I need more like dark romance, I need like that feeling. And I was like, fine, let's read this. I read When She Tempts by Gabrielle Sands. Gabrielle Sands. Listen, okay, listen, what are you doing? This is a great introduction to mafia or dark romance. If you want to try the genre, read this, okay? I was like, no man, I've seen this. It's like very typical. It's not really different than all other mafia romances that I have read before, and some authors have done better. So I didn't really enjoy this. I found it really boring and really cliche and really so I gave it 1 star. Okay, listen, I'm a girl that loves Cora Riley. You better deliver for me. So I didn't like it. I rated it 1 star. But like I said, if you're new to the mafia genre, you'll probably like this. Or if you want to get into the genre, read this. It's a really good introduction. And then when you're ready, or if you want to, you can move into other stuff like Cora Riley's stuff and Danielle Laurie's stuff and Penelope Sky stuff. And that's all the books I read this month. 3 books of my physical TBR. Better 3 than none. Better 3 than none. So that's pretty cool. 16 books though. Pray for me. That's a bit concerning. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you do like my face, thanks, I'll tell my parents. If you don't like my face, please don't tell me. If you tell me, I'll tell my parents, okay? And they'll beat you up, okay? Thanks for watching. See you whenever I see you.